Hello, and welcome to another episode of Todd Talk. Because when Todd talks, people listen. Hopefully. It is episode 52. Oh crap. It's episode 52. And I'm not talking about DC. This is awkward. But I'll move on. Yes, this is episode 52 of Todd Talk, and we are here to discuss the reaction to Android 18 versus Captain Marvel. I was wrong. It happens. I actually feel better about this because if you've been watching my videos all season, I've been lamenting the fact that I picked Bane versus Venom wrong. Not because of research, but because of fanboy pride, because I really like Bane. And so to lose this one based off of research and nothing else, because I had no real bias either way, it was actually kind of nice. And so I feel better. But I mean, my record's still like what, 5-2, 6-2, 7-2, something like that. But yeah, I picked wrong. It's fascinating because literally rolling into this, I frequent a lot of forums for my jobs. There was a lot of people saying, "Oh, Captain Marvel is gonna go binary, and she's just gonna destroy 18." But as I was starting to watch the video, I started to think, I'm not so sure that's true anymore. What really tipped it for me, and this wasn't in like the wikis I looked up for my research. Android 18 has that like infinite power cell. Now, obviously, yes, it doesn't mean she's invincible. She's been beaten before, but they note how like in her battle with Vegeta, she literally just played dodge, and she could do that because she was, had a lot of energy because of her power cell, and so she would literally just wear down Vegeta and then just totally wreck him. And I didn't think about that. And then apparently, her speed, Android 18's speed, is at least in the video, was claimed to be 100,000 miles plus more than Captain Marvel. But then they realized they made a mistake. If you haven't, go check out Ben Singer, Wiz's Twitter handle, and you'll see he actually realized he made a mistake. He didn't take into account the gravity formula that they used for Goku versus Superman, and when you calculate that, her speed is actually much greater than you expected, or we were told. Now, again, for the record, that didn't affect the battle, but it's still interesting to see that she's literally that much faster. And when you have the power of Android 18 mixed with that much speed, Carol ain't got nothing. Now, there was a little bit of a controversy about the Android 18, whether she was able to absorb energy like Carol. Apparently she can. I personally didn't know that. It didn't register in any of the things I've looked up, but them being Death Battle, they backed it up. They said that it was spoken of in the show lightly, not like it was subtly. It was like, apparently Android 18 said that I can't believe that Jiro made an inferior energy absorbing robot. Also, if you recall, Android, I think it was it 19? The big guy who drained Goku, he had energy absorption, and if he had it and that was an effective tool, why wouldn't he put it in 17 and 18? Which 17 did use in GT, and I know that's not technically canon, that's what they admitted, but if it's canon, if it's shown for that key movie, it's got to be counted. Also, it was used in Xenoverse, Dragon Ball Xenoverse, which is the video game, which is a pretty accurate representation of the TV show or the anime. So, and most importantly of all, it didn't really matter. Even if she didn't have energy absorption, she's still infinitely faster than Carol. She could literally wear Carol out without taking a single hit or very few hits, and she's smart enough to realize that hey, maybe I shouldn't fuel this girl up. And as for binary, again, she's powerful for sure, and she probably could have beaten 18 in theory, but you still got to hit 18. And for those who forget, the battles we see are just one interpretation of how the battles could go if they actually happened. That's not how it happened. You know, obviously, it's literally like their interpretation of saying this is one possibility. It's eye candy. It's just eye candy. You know, I had someone complaining, but like that's not how it's how it would have gone. It's like it's eye candy, okay? So yeah. Now, am I personally no? Again, I love DBZ. I don't watch Super, but you know that's just I just don't want to. As for Carol, I have no connection to her outside of the comics, and you know she's a great character. She deserves to be in a spotlight. Not getting destroyed by 18, but they know a good spotlight, so I know I have her, but I have no real connection to her. So no, this is just a research thing, and I'm glad. And it makes me happy that to know that I lost in my prediction because of research, because it just means that I need to do better in my research. And as I told Mr. Singer when he confessed that he made a mistake, I'm like, hey, you're just gonna make sure that you do all the research you can to get it right. He actually liked my tweet, so thank you, Mr. Singer. Because I've made mistakes. I make mistakes too. I mean, check last season. I was exactly 50-50. So there you go. The battle itself, just touching on it slightly, animation-wise, was actually pretty good. Voice-wise, I'm not really sure. 18 was well voiced. I think Carol came off a bit too whiny, but that's just me. So yeah. All right. Next up, a battle I didn't see coming. It's Metal Sonic versus Zero from Mega Man X. Yeah. Now, as Ben Singer noted on Twitter, this is the spiritual successor to Dr. Eggman versus Dr. Wily, in which Hyper Metal Sonic won by literally like killing everyone. Yeah. Now, obviously, we're not saying that's going to happen here, and I'm going to tell you right now, this is a closer match than you might think. So, stay tuned. I'm definitely gonna have fun researching this one. So, with that, I will end this episode of Todd Talk. What did you think of Android 18 versus Captain Marvel? Did you think the animation was good? Did you think the result was right? What do you think about the controversies that happened with it? Let me know in the comments below, and then let me know what you think about Metal Sonic versus Zero, because I really think this is going to be fun, especially if it's in 3D. Please let this be in 3D. So, I thank you for watching. If you made it this far, I know you were listening, and I will see you around.